morning and welcome to all the students. Today I am going to explain a poem. Today I wrote this poem written by Kenn Nesbitt. We all live in a community, and in our community there are our neighbors. And when I talk about neighbors, expect the things according to their wishes and expectation. This is how our community reacts when we create something, when we say something, or when we write something. But individuals' creations are also added in the form of writings, and they contribute a lot in the writings. So today I am going to express a poem that is related to a student who was given a task to write a poem. Many times it happens that students may get a topic and their teacher may ask them to write a poem on it. So when this task is given to the students, then many figure of speeches come to their minds, and they are in a dilemma and they feel what I should write. But today we are going to read a poem. Today I wrote this poem, and let us see what a child poet feels in this poem. Today I wrote this poem, but I am sure if it is good. It does not have the things my teacher says a poem should. Today I penned down a poem because it was a task given to me by my teacher. But I am very much certain that it is not of high quality, as it does not have all the literary devices. According to my teacher, a poem should have certain literary devices to make it a real poem. But my poem does not have any literary devices. This is what I feel. It does not share the feelings I have deep inside me. It has not any metaphor and not one simile. It does not even convey or express the emotions in reality. And it does not express my inner mind and soul, what I feel. My emotion, it is incapable to express. It does not have any metaphor. Now, when I say metaphor, it means word or phrase that describes a thing. For example, my teacher is an angel. And not one simile. And when I say simile, a phrase that compares using as or like. For example, my teacher is as an angel. So this is a simile. Simile and metaphor were not there in my poetry, and my poetry was without powerful emotions. It is missing any narrative, alliteration too. It is not an acrostic, demanti and haiku. It did not have a proper story to retell. It did not have a story which may attract the attention of the readers. Moreover, there was no alliteration in it. Now, alliteration is the repetition of same sounds to create a musical effect. It means that poem was not having any musical effect. It is not an acrostic. the first letter of each line can be read downward to form a word. It was lacking this attribute also. Diamante, the poem of 7 lines. Diamante is a poem of 7 lines. When it is written, it looks like a shape of a diamond. And haiku is a traditional type of poetry. So according to the child poet, all these attributes, all these literary devices were absent from his poem. There is nothing that is personified. It does not have a plot. I am pretty sure that rhyming is the only thing it has got. There is nothing that is personified. There was no personification in the poem. When I say personification, it means an object given with human qualities. There was no object in the poem that was representing the human qualities. It does not have a plot. Plot means the setting of the events in a story, in a poem, to have a desired effect. It did not have even a plot. I am pretty sure that rhyming is the only thing it has got. And I certainly believe, and I am sure about that there is only one quality in my poem, that is the rhyming of the poem, and my poem has only the rhyming scheme. When I say rhyming scheme, it means that similar ending sounds, words. For example, plot and got. It sure was fun to write it, and I think it is long enough. It is just too bad it's missing all the great poetic stuff. It sure was a fun to write it. When I was writing, when the child poet was writing this poem, he was having a lot of enjoyment. He was enjoying writing this poem. But yet he thinks that poem was quite lengthy. According to him, it was a very poor attempt. It is missing all the great poetic stuff because it does not have all the great qualities of a great poem. I put it on my teacher's desk, and wow, she made a fuss. She handed back my poem with an A4 plus. I put it on my teacher's desk. I gave my poem to be checked by the teacher and put it on his or her table. And wow, she made a fuss. She expressed her dislike and fret after looking at my poem. She handed back my poem with an A4 plus, but she returned me back my poem and she gave me A4 plus grade. Now the takeaway tip. Child's poetry is the powerful overflow of his emotions. No doubt he has used informal language to express his emotions, but all these emotions are real and holds a great value to him as they are the voice of his true self. Thanks.